Welcome back to an introduction to basic concepts of maintenance and reliability. In this lecture, we're going to start our discussion on introducing maintenance planning. In the previous tutorials, we discussed the flow of maintenance work from the identification of work on site to the approval of work request resulting in a work order coming into existence. However, we also discussed how this work order is incomplete and will be completed in subsequent stages of work management. The next stage in this flow of work is maintenance planning. Maintenance planning is one of the most important topics in maintenance work management. It wouldn't be wrong to say that maintenance planning has the highest potential in improving maintenance efficiency and productivity. Therefore, I would advise you to give a lot of attention to the concepts explained in this section. You can expect quite a few questions from maintenance planning in CMRP or any other related certification. The work order approved by the maintenance manager goes to the maintenance planning section. In the maintenance planning section, an official designated as maintenance planner is responsible for filling out the planning section of the work order. Before moving further, let's get very first misconception regarding maintenance planning out of the way. What is that? It is maintenance planning is not about when to do work. The when is dealt in the next stage, that is maintenance scheduling. Maintenance planning is about what is needed to carry out maintenance tasks, where the what generally covers labor, tools, and parts needed for the job. However, we will see as we discuss maintenance planning further that planning entails more than just men and material needed for the job. The basic concept of having maintenance planning is to save time of technicians in getting parts and tools. Maintenance planners plan the job for them and lay down all the requirements of tools and parts. This allows the technician to get going with work without spending time on figuring out all the tools and parts needed for the job. Here, it is important to discuss a very important statistic in maintenance work management. It is called wrench time. Wrench time is the percentage ratio of actual time of hands-on work to the total time. So, for example, if a maintenance technician works an 8-hour workday, wrench time is about how many hours did the technician spend on wrench work, that is, the hands-on work like dismantling or assembling a machine. The typical wrench time in traditional maintenance organizations is 25 to 35%. It means that on an average, a technician works hands-on for 2 to 3 hours in his 9 to 5 8-hour workday. So what does he do for the majority of his workday? Well, after removing the necessary break time from his workday, it is a fact that majority of the time of technicians is spent on what is deemed as unproductive work. It includes the time spent in getting spare parts, instructions, tools, maintenance manuals, drawings, personal protective equipment, freeing up equipment from operations, and traveling from one place to another in the process. This is where maintenance planning finds the purpose of its creation. The primary purpose of maintenance planning is to prevent technicians from spending time on these unproductive tasks. The purpose of maintenance planning is to sort out everything for the technician so that majority of his time is spent on hands-on work on equipment. As per industry experts, implementing a fundamental maintenance planning and scheduling process increases the wrench time up to 45%. Then, as the documented knowledge and information of planning and scheduling section increases, wrench time reaches 50%. And with the special aids like implemented a sophisticated store and tool rooms or digitizing processes, wrench time can exceed 55%. An increase of wrench time from, say, 25% to 50% means that now you're getting more hands-on work done in a given day. With increased productivity, less amount of labor would get more work done. Hence, maintenance planning is not just about bringing efficiency to work management, but also provides direct financial benefits to the maintenance organization. Now that we understand the purposefulness of maintenance planning, we will get into its technical details in subsequent lectures.